Hey everyone, this is Shreyas and welcome back to another video after a long time. So today I have a budget peripheral to review and that's the GP310 by Ant Esports. Now first when I received this, I asked myself the question that what are the basic differences I should expect when I'm actually reviewing a budget peripheral, because primarily I use this Xbox Series X controller, the one by Microsoft, and it's great overall, but yeah, the price is really high as well. Now this one costs around 5,300 approximately. You can probably get it in sales around at 5,000 rupees, but this one which I'm talking about is 1,500, so that's almost less than 3 times the price of it. So what are the basic things I expect and how does it deliver despite of it is what I'm going to discuss in this particular review. And if you're interested in a budget peripheral, I have actually a keyboard mouse combo by Ant Esports as well, which I'll be reviewing very soon. So if you're interested in that, definitely make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications. And if you like this particular video, a like will be really appreciated as well. So with that said, this is Shreyas and let's take that out. Alright, so let's first talk about what you get in the box. Right, here's the box for the GP310. Let's quickly open it up. Sliding it out, you are first greeted with a welcome card by Ant Esports. I think it's a very nice touch to the whole packaging. Then you have the warranty and the user manual all in one, and you have a quick guide about how to install the drivers, which I'll explain later in the video. Then you have a USB type A female to USB-C dongle and a USB-A to C cable as well, which is long enough to help you connect. And then you have obviously the 2.4 GHz connector to wirelessly connect your controller to your PC or console. Then you have the controller itself. You can see it has a black, blue and red pattern. Overall, the analog sticks and the buttons feel pretty good honestly, and the build quality is good enough for the price, definitely. Next you have the USB-C port over here, which I'm really happy about, and I'm glad they included this instead of any other proprietary or micro USB port. So that's all you get in the box. Let's go on with the video. Alright, so that's there about the box contents. Now the important part is that you have to take one extra step in this particular case, which is that installing a particular driver. Now it's very easy. Ant Esports has their driver library very well sorted out. You know the model number yourself. The instructions in the pamphlet is also adequate. For PC, I'll make sure to drop the link down below in the description so that you get easy access to the driver if you in case purchase it, which also I will leave the link to in the description box below. But after that, it's pretty easy. Now let's discuss the major differences I felt and what your expectations should be when I compared it to a premium controller as well. First thing will obviously be the build quality. Now it's not bad. It feels a bit lighter, but not in a bad way. The plastics are obviously a bit cheaper, but the other part is the buttons. Now the buttons are a bit mushier, but apart from that, I am pretty happy with it. Another thing which I personally take care of is how long the analog sticks will last. Now that's something about durability which I cannot comment on, but they seem very fine. They did not feel sticky or anything, and that's a great thing. Now the biggest pro of this particular controller is that it is wireless. Now you do have a 2.4 GHz dongle which has to be used, and you saw in the box that how you get 2 cables which will help you run it in wired mode as well if you want to. Now about my gaming experience. Honestly, it took me some time to cope up with because obviously I'm coming from the Xbox Series X controller, but it was not bad at all, to be honest. There are a few things like I felt when you have the joysticks or the analog sticks over here, the range in which they change is not really that analog when you compare it with the Series X controller. So for example, when I was playing FIFA or Forza Horizon 5, that time I realized that slide movements of the analog stick did not convert exactly into the input I was expecting. So the number of inputs and the number of levels of change is a bit low over here. That's something to keep in mind. Apart from that, something that really confused me a bit was about the trigger buttons. Now these are a bit mushy, because of which I did not feel that I was pressing the trigger button completely, which is basically your RB and LB buttons in the Xbox Series controller. Now another thing is in the trigger buttons, the play is less. There is only a 0 and 1 input, which is not the case with premium controllers. Even the trigger buttons are a bit analog in certain games, so that's something you should keep in mind when you're investing in this one. Now apart from that, I really don't have a lot of complaints. The clicks on the analog buttons are pretty good. The ABXY buttons are pretty well done as well. Obviously comparatively it's a bit more mushy. Another thing which is a bit different for me is the curvature on the holding part. Now this is a bit more bulged, at least for my big hands or palms rather. I had a bit of play over here which I could not grip it properly, which in the Series X controller is very well done for my personal hands. But if you have smaller hands, this is a boon, because both it is lighter and it is thinner for more people to grip it easily. But for big palms like mine, this is something you should keep in mind. Not something, if you're using this for the first time itself, it shouldn't be a huge problem. You'll get accustomed to it. But it took me some time to get accustomed to it and felt a bit empty because I'm used to the Series X controller. Now all in all, I am really happy that this kind of a product can be delivered at a price tag of around 1500 rupees, which is insane, because I had previously used only the Xbox 360 controller, the original one by Microsoft, and later after 8 years I upgraded to the Series X controller. There were times where I really pushed my Xbox 360 controller because of how good the build was, and because the Series X controller was not available for a while. But had I been aware that this exists, that could have been a really good stopgap arrangement, because the price is not something that would hurt your wallet a lot, but will deliver on every basic feature you expect from a controller, to be honest. That's been it for this particular video. And if you like such videos, definitely make sure to subscribe and leave a like on the video, and I will catch you in the next one.